So that looks cool. There's one more movie coming out that just had a trailer released. We got a teaser for it a couple weeks ago. Batman Knightfall. I have my Knightfall comic somewhere.
Bruce Wayne.
And I think so. This is going to be my hot take. I'm very curious what this because I didn't watch the one a couple of weeks ago. So this is going to be my first look at this, and it's an interesting looking Batmobile design right off the bat. Knightfall is one of the most iconic Batman stories for one reason and only one reason. It's Bane breaking the bat. Knightfall itself is an okay story. I'm very curious what they're going to touch on here. We know this is part 1 of 3, which is what it should be. We know Knightfall is a part 1. They are doing 3 Knightfall movies, which is good. Because in the comics, Knightfall was part 1 of a trilogy. It was followed by Knight's Quest, and then Knight's End. Knightfall is the one that everyone remembers. It's Bane manipulating villains, taking over Gotham City, breaking the bat. It also introduces, though, Jean-Paul Valley, Azrael. It stars... It's one of, I think, the best runs for Tim Drake Robin, so I hope we get Tim Drake Robin in this, because he's been criminally underrepresented in animated films. We've gotten a lot of Dick as Nightwing and as Robin. We've gotten Damian as Robin, and we've gotten a Red Hood film. We haven't gotten any Tim Drake. You see, even me. So it's telling the story, introducing Azrael, the Bat. There's a lot of stuff with Scarecrow, and I'll talk more about that depending on where it looks like this is going to end it. So let's just dive in and check this out, and I'll talk more after.
Bruce Wayne, a boy of privilege.
Oh, Bruce is beaten up.
I know what you
I like that suit. Oh, that Bane.
Man.
That's a cool design.
I haven't slept since Arkham exploded 2 days ago.
I'll rest when everyone that's escaped
Yep.
is captured.
Ventriloquist.
Maybe we should ask John Paul for help.
He's a bomb that needs to be defused.
How can I live knowing there's something inside of me that
Azrael.
does such harm?
That's a clean looking suit.
Hero, Commissioner? Stop! He's losing control.
Renee, Commissioner Gordon.
Something else is going on out there. A riddle I haven't
These
found.
designs are cool.
You are a survivor, which means you are
Oh,
strong.
are they doing like Corto Maltese?
Bane.
And Bane's. Oh my god!
The liberation of this city begins.
Firefly free.
Let's end the night with a bang!
You are always hiding
That-
from the people close to you.
I could.
But you cannot hide from destiny. You are the weakness that drowns Gotham. I intend to break you.
Then give it your best shot.
Good.
Is that Jensen Ackles? August 25th, that's soon. Okay, I want to talk about this because that looked cool. That looked really good. Knightfall Part 1. So it's Part 1 of 3. The Tragedy of Bruce Wayne. First off, right off the bat, really like this design of Batman. Love the ears. Love the shoulder spikes. He looks beat up. This is a broken and beaten Batman before he even fights Bane. Good. Because, context in the comics, this dealt a lot with his trauma and fallout of losing Jason. So I'm thinking this might be Tim Drake.
A boy of privilege.
And this is
a
Bane.
boy of tragedy. I know
clean
what you
design.
play at during the night. Batman.
You haven't slept since Arkham exploded 2 days ago.
Okay. So
You haven't slept since Arkham exploded 2 days ago.
is Arkham in the middle of the city? That's an interesting design choice. I kind of like that. So this, I think, looks... It kind of has that Tim Drake hair, but it also kind of is reminiscent of Jason. I'm thinking this is Tim Drake, which is great. Tim Drake is the detective.
Exploded 2 days ago.
I'll rest when everyone that's
So Scarecrow was a pretty big part of the original Knightfall because he was making Batman relive the death of Jason Todd with fear toxin.
escaped is captured.
Ventriloquist, cool.
Maybe we should ask Jean Paul for
Jean-Paul, Azrael.
He's a bomb that needs to be defused.
And it looks like they're dealing a little bit with Saint Dumas.
How can I live knowing there's something
Yeah.
inside of me?
So Azrael, kind of crazy. Jean-Paul has... oh God, what did he call it? But he sees visions and he hallucinates and he believes he's on a holy quest. He had a name for it. I forget what it was called. Like the Land or something. I don't remember.
Can do such harm.
But it's a really cool design. I'm guessing this is Renee Montoya.
Hero, Commissioner?
So in the wake of Jason's death, Batman became more brutal. He became more isolationist. He worked with the cops less and became more violent. It was only the introduction of Tim Drake who used his detective skills to figure out Batman's identity as Bruce Wayne before Bane did, before anyone else did. And he said he was going to be Robin to help Batman get back on the right path. It looks like this Batman is broken and weary and Tim's trying to help him. I like that.
Losing control.
I'm fine.
He's not fine.
Something else is going on out there.
I also really like this Riddler design. It's very reminiscent of like the classic 60s Riddler design, but just
A
a
riddle
little
I
cooler.
haven't found the answer to.
Torturing people. Oh no, this is the experiment on Corto Maltese.
You are a survivor, which means you are strong. Bane.
What a friggin'
You are
unit!
strong. Bane.
That's almost on par with Absolute Bane, because holy crap, look at that. That's like 2004 the Batman level Bane. In terms of like jacked. He's not Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman Bane is insanely huge. So Bane's origin. Bane, the son of a criminal named King Cobra, an Englishman, and they never really delve into Bane's mother. But so he's an Englishman who was imprisoned on the Isle of Corto Maltese, a prison island, and he was born there, raised in prison. That's his pit, to borrow a parlance. Raised in prison, became an expert in all manners of crime and genius. His father left. His father escaped prison and said, "You know what? My son, my newly born son, he can serve my life sentence." And the people of Corto Maltese were like, "Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. Okay, Bane, you're in prison for life for your father's crimes." Comics, he had an army of 3 villains named Bird, Trog, and Zombie that were his emissaries when he kind of first appeared. I kind of hope we get a nod to them because they're just weird, obscure little guys. But this is cool. This is insane looking.
The liberation of this city begins.
We're getting a neat classic Firefly design. That's a cool freeze design.
The liberation of this city begins.
That design kind of goes hard. Obviously, we got Montoya, Bullock, and Gordon.
Let's end the night
Mad Hatter.
with a bang!
We got that Joker laugh. Again, it's giving Tim.
You are always hiding from the people close to you, but you cannot hide from destiny.
That's a great shot.
You are the weakness that drowns Gotham. I intend to break you.
Then give it your best shot.
Good.
Yeah, no, I'm on board. And it's in August, which is kind of cool. So, here you go. Ready? I talked about this earlier. So there are 3 parts to Batman Knightfall. Batman Knightfall, Breaking the Bat, all of that. That's part 1. This movie is that, part 1. It ends, spoiler alert for a 30-year-old comic that you should have read by now. Batman ends with Batman broken. He's broken. He hires, or he trusts Tim and makes Azrael, John Paul Valley, the new Batman. So, hey Vi, hey Codex, how you guys doing tonight? We're just reacting to a whole bunch of stuff. Batman. Yeah, we got a new we had a couple new trailers for Batman adjacent stuff. We just reacted to Clayface, which looks horrifying and creepy. And they're doing the Knightfall trilogy, which is one of the most classic Batman stories. So part 1 is all about Bane breaking Batman, and that's kind of all it's known for. He quit. Bruce Wayne has to quit being Batman. He makes Azrael, Jean Paul Valley, his replacement, the new Batman. That's all I'm expecting from part 1. It looks beautiful. It looks really cleanly animated. The animation looks phenomenal, and the designs look really cool. Part 2, Knight's Quest, was actually told in 2 parts. It told 2 different stories running in parallel. It told Bruce Wayne's retirement and kind of him hitting his lowest point. He's paralyzed. He kind of sucks. And it's just given up on life. And it's him, and I believe it's Nightwing who comes and says, hey, you got to get back to the game. You can't do this. The other side of the story is Azrael is the new Batman, is laying down the law in Gotham. Tim Drake, Robin, is trying to get him to be a better detective, trying to get him to figure out more stuff. Azrael doesn't care. He's here not to protect people. He is here to punish criminals. And he doesn't do any of the detective stuff. He leaves that to Robin. And that leads to like a bunch of people dying because Batman is refusing to figure stuff out. Like, it leads to conflict with him and Catwoman because Catwoman steals a bunch of, I think she steals like a bomb. She's going to dispose of it because she doesn't care about explosives. She just wants to rob jewels. Azrael doesn't know that or care about that, so he attacks her. It leads to some really cool conflicts. The only people who are not about new, and the police kind of turn against new Batman, and it kind of ends with them convincing Bruce Wayne he has to come back and stop Jean Paul Valley, who's become too violent. And then it ends with Night's End, this one right here, where Bruce Wayne comes back, says, hey, Jean Paul, you've gone crazy. I'm taking the name of Batman back. Jean Paul says, nah, that's not happening. Batman is mine now, and this is my city, and I'm going to clean it up by force and fire. So Batman has to get back on it, but he gets he's still not up to 100% because of the whole Bane thing in part 1. So he goes to train with Lady Shiva, the greatest martial artist in present-day DC Comics. I will die on that hill. She's a better fighter than Richard Dragon. She's a better fighter than Batman. Better fighter than her daughter, Cassandra. She is number 1. The only person who's a better martial artist isn't going to be born for a millennium, and that's Karate Kid in the Legion of Superheroes. But Lady Shiva trains Batman back up. It's very cool. Batman uses his new skills to go confront Azrael, teaming up with Tim Drake, Robin, and Nightwing. And it's great. It's a great story. It's a really solid trilogy. It is a classic for a reason. I'm glad they are doing the story, and I'm glad they're taking their time and doing it as a trilogy.
Boy.
Like, he looks like crap, which is what Batman should look like at this point in the story. Bane looks horrifying and menacing. He looks straight out of the comics. I'm really liking all of these designs. I'm liking the setting. The Scarecrow looks creepy and weird. And this Azrael looks... I think it's our first... Is this our first time seeing Azrael animated? It is, isn't it? This is our first time seeing Azrael animated. Yeah. I'm intrigued. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for peak Bane. Because Bane's had some great parts since then, but I don't think Bane's ever reached the highest highs of Knightfall Bane. He came in hard, you know? He started out as that villain. Yeah. This. The man who broke the bat. I'm on board. It looks really good. August 25th. So we got this in August, Clayface in October, and the Lego One Piece movie in September. Those are the three things I reacted to. Pretty cool.